Hello everyone, Dr. Kellie Cassidy, Clinical Psychologist and owner at Cassidy Psychology in Mount Pleasant and Canning Vale. Today I bring you tip number 7 in our series of our 10 tips to help you flourish and thrive. Now, tip number 7 is to be kind to yourself. Something that some people are not very good at doing. Okay, so what I'm asking you to do here is to practice what we call self-compassion. To treat yourself as if you were treating a friend. We don't usually do that. Often we are our own worst self-critic. We beat ourselves up for all the things that we do wrong and really hold ourselves to very high standards and expectations. The trouble with that is, and this kind of ties into tip number 6 about unhelpful thinking, if we're thinking unhelpful things about ourselves and we're beating ourselves up for not being good enough in one way or another, it's going to impact on our well-being. It's going to start to make us feel really awful. So what I want you to do is to start noticing the way you talk to yourself. Start noticing the standards that you hold yourself to and ask yourself, are they fair? Would you hold your friend to the same standards that you hold yourself to? And if not, why not? Really start to have a think about how kind you are to yourself. Are you being kind enough? Or are you constantly beating yourself up? Now, I'm all for, moving towards excellence, to being our best version of ourselves and pushing ourselves to do better. But if this starts to fall into really negative, self-critical thoughts and feelings, it doesn't become helpful anymore. It becomes part of the problem. So really take the time to think about that and notice the language you're using to talk to yourself. And then, following on from that, something that I'm really big about, I think is really, really important, is to make sure you're practicing self-care. And remembering that self-care is not selfish. It's an important thing that we all need to do to manage our own well-being. So have a think about, are you incorporating self-care into your week? Are you taking time out that is just for you and nobody else to nourish yourself in some way? Now, these don't have to be big major things. It could be 5 minutes to sit down and read a magazine while you have a cup of coffee. It could be painting your nails. It could be taking yourself for a walk. Doesn't really matter what it is. The point is that it's something that you choose to do that's just for you, that makes you feel good. Okay? And having that self-care can be a really good way to balance some of that negative self-critical talk that we get caught up in sometimes. I hope that one makes sense to you. That's my tip number 7. It's all about being kind to ourselves. I'll be bringing tip number 8 very, very soon in our 10 tip series. But for now, as always, here at Cassidy Psychology, we're working together with you to help you flourish and thrive. Bye for now.